Ooh, I am exhausted. I've been here since 8 a.m. It's about 2:30 right now, and Lila's going to be showing up pretty soon with some cats. I got this cat place pretty well set up. I've been scrubbing the walls and painting non-stop. Did not stop for a moment. So there's a bit of a transformation happening in here. I didn't have the strength to paint the ceiling. I painted the ceiling in the main house over there. Several coats yesterday. My shoulders hurt, but it's freshened up quite a bit. And just tell you a little backstory on this house is that we're going to be the third owners. The first owners were some Japanese people that made this into a private resort. And then they sold it to somebody. We don't know what they did with it. And that person sold it to the person we're buying it from. And they never used it. It's been completely abandoned for 20 years. And so the neighbors across the road there decided, well, since it's abandoned, let's just bring 100 pigs in here. So they had 100 pigs in here. At least that's what we're told by some other neighbors, is that they had about 100 pigs in here until COVID in 2019, and something killed the pigs. So they ended up throwing all the pigs, at least from what I'm told, they threw all the pigs in the swimming pool. How convenient it is to get rid of the bodies, I guess, hide the evidence. And even in this room right here, we found evidence of pigs that had died in here because there's flesh stuck to the floor. I know that's pretty gross, but we have bleached this thing at least 3 times. It is pretty darn clean. Sure, we've got all the bacteria out, but of course also that was over 5 years ago, 6 years ago when that happened. So the place has just been abandoned, doors open, wind blowing in, leaves and things coming in, and just filled with dirt. But we're making pretty quick progress, and in a little bit we'll start bringing some cats here because we need to get out of the house that all the cats are in 2 more days. So poor little Lila is stressed, to say the least, but we're getting it set up. And it's got a long way to go, no question about it, it's got a long way to go. But we are making some pretty good progress. The inside of the big house is looking way better. We were so happy to discover there's beautiful marble floor in the other house. And so we didn't know that until we started sweeping, because it was just packed with mud and dirt. We've got a neighbor who's been helping out tremendously, cutting down trees around the swimming pool. He's cutting these trees by hand with just a machete, but he's getting a pretty good job done. We got to save the pool because these trees' roots are just going to destroy the pool. We have no idea what lurks beneath this, maybe crocodiles and anacondas, but since we have electricity now, I'm going to go get a sub pump and pump this baby out in a couple days once we get some cats settled. But all in all, it's really beautiful. And if you want to see a better view of it, directly across the street from us, right there, is a private resort called Lib Lib, L-I-B, Lib Lib Private Resort. It's very pretty inside. And then there's another private resort just down the road that's being built right now. And there is some other properties around us that are for sale. So with any luck, and God willing, we'll be able to acquire a little bit more property. But right now, this sits on about 3/4 of an acre. And just because of the abandonment, it's just, these trees were just overgrown. It was a complete jungle. And if you Google Earth this, you'll see, you can't see the house. It's complete jungle. But now it's pretty cleared out. Yeah, and the house is really well built, like really well built. Brick exterior, cinder block interior, just concrete house. It just needs a lot of tender love and care. And so far the neighbors have been very generous and helpful. We were able to get electricity from a neighbor behind us who's got some sub-meters that they rent out. So we hired 3 guys that Lila's known for a while, the one guy who helps her all the time when she's at the hardware store. And we went to him and just said, hey, do you know what we need to get electricity? And he's like, yeah, me. So yesterday was his day off. He got his father-in-law, who's also an electrician, and another brother or friend, I don't know. And they knocked it out. And then we had a big feast afterwards. Lila brought a bunch of food. So that's kind of the story. I'm going to keep telling you more of the story of this house and show you the progress as it goes along. Just keep us in your prayers and your thoughts, and just help us to get this done. At least get my goal while I'm here for a little bit, about a month and a half more, is to just get Lila buttoned in. You know, just get her so she has electricity and water. The poor lady hasn't had electricity and water at the same time since I've known her, which is about 6.5 years. So she's always had to borrow electricity and borrow water from neighbors, plugging in long extension cords and that sort of thing. So I just want to get the lady all snug and as a bug inside, and just really get her life a little bit more organized and stationary. Because as I mentioned before, I've been renting 2 houses for the dogs and cats because we haven't been able to find a place that can hold them all. So this place is going to be the ideal one, and over time we'll get it done. We're not in a major rush. I'm thinking it might take 2 years to get everything finished and making this like the deluxe dog and cat rescue. And in the meantime, we want to start. We don't want to take any more animals in. That would be foolish. But we do want to help some of the dogs in the neighborhood. There are hundreds of dogs in this neighborhood. I don't even know how many cats. I've seen a lot of cats, but everywhere I walk, there's 5 or 6 dogs, and that's even if I walk, 100 feet. There's 5 or 6 dogs, and all of them unspayed, unneutered, and just making more dogs. There's puppies everywhere. So, and most of them have mange or some other skin disease. And Lila's like, I got to help them with the skin disease. So, and she knows what medications to give, and so maybe we'll have an opportunity to at least distribute to the stray dogs some kind of medication to help with their skin disease and at least ease their pain. So I got so much more to say. I'm just grateful for any support anyone can give, and just watching the video, and sharing and liking and sharing and all that typical stuff. So thank you very much. I will keep you posted.